If you are a network marketer, if you're building and developing an organization, if you have an affiliate model, you want to build and 10x the growth of the people or organization that is selling your product, your service, or your opportunity, you're going to want to watch this video. And that is because I'm about to, for the very first time, publicly spill the beans on how I personally work and collaborate with a person or an individual or a group to 10x their activity, which therefore 10x's their revenue stream. And there are a few different variables that could make this system 100% flawless. And there's other variables that may interrupt with its growth, but I want to give it to you all. So if you're ready, I'm ready. This is the ME Show.
I've been caught up since the day that we met, and you haven't seen the best of me yet. There's nothing like you and me together, and your eyes have been so hard to forget. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. It don't matter how much time it takes. I just can't keep up. Whoa, I just can't keep up. Can't keep up. I just can't keep up. I just can't keep up.
Welcome, everybody, to a new installment of the ME Show. My name is Ali Medawi, and today I'm going to be spilling all the goodies about prospecting, pre-qualifying, growing, and expanding into the multitudes in any business that you may be in. And if you are here for the very first time, let me know where you are chiming in. If you are an entrepreneur, in what industry are you in? I go by Ali Medawi, a.k.a. your strategic partner right here. And I help struggling entrepreneurs to leverage social media and a digital space to create brand equity and revenue. And with that, today we're going to talk about if you and I were to jump on a Zoom today, I'll show you how you can literally get to incredible numbers. And when I say incredible, an average of 30 new connections per day. Now, you do the math on how many people you have working with you in your organization, your downline, your team, or what have you, and then multiply that number of active members times 30 a day. And man, the magic just happens from there. So let me give you, first of all, certain variables that will help or interfere with the success of this process. So the very first thing, and a simple thing, is that the executive team, the leadership of the team, and the culture of the team or the organization or the company has to be 100% bought into this process of we're going to pre-qualify, process, and work together. It brings unity into the process. It brings a system into the process, and it brings accountability as well. So number one, everybody has to be in the same page. If the executive team and the leadership of the team and the organization itself are not bought into this concept, and it starts with whomever is on top, it has to be, something that as a culture, everybody is bought into. Once that's in place, then the second format that everybody has to come together in a 2-hour webinar, right? So bring everybody together, whether it's 10 people or 100 people, it doesn't matter, but just bring everybody together in one Zoom session. And you're going to call it an income producing session or IPA, income producing activity, right? So by having that IPA session, now you are creating a mastermind where everybody is focused mentally to create the magic and prospect. Now, what we do, if let's say we were using Facebook as a platform where we're going to prospect, we change our Facebook view to most recent. So it changes all of the timeline to chronological instead of algorithmic view. If you don't know what that means, reach out to us. We can show you exactly what it looks like. In other words, instead of me seeing what's trending and all the ads and all the groups, it shows me who's posting in real time in the order that they've been posted. Therefore, whomever I'm about to connect with, they will respond to me, or the chances of them seeing my message is immediate because I know they have their phone in their hand as they posted 30 seconds ago or a minute ago and so on and so forth, right? So what we do is we go from the top to the bottom and we don't prospect. we pre-qualify right away. So here's how it would work. I would go from the very, very first person, and all I do is I send a simple message. A message that could be a message of connecting with somebody like, hey, I see you're an entrepreneur and I've never connected with you. I look forward to learn more about you and your professional background. Or, hey, I see we've been connected but never interacted. I look forward to learn more about you and your professional background. Or, hey, I just saw a snippet of your Facebook Live. Great value. Looks like we have a lot of similarities in our worlds. I'd love to have a virtual coffee with you. Nothing about the business, is just a quick initiation of a connection. The goal is to create a dialogue, and the goal is to go all the way until you hit 30 at minimum. Now, it takes me about 30 minutes to do 30, and you'll understand why I say 2 hours. So those 30 minutes, I just go from top to bottom, and 2 or 3 things really are happening. The very first thing is I'm pre-qualifying individuals to see how they're going to respond and react to my message. And I'll tell you when I actually answer if anybody responds to me. The second thing is I follow up with those that I might have been talking to 90 days ago, and for some reason or another, lost touch. Because they're in my timeline, I'm like, oh, shoot, I see the conversation. Hey, did we ever schedule that virtual coffee? Step number 2, right? Or opportunity number 2 to reconnect with that person. The third thing is I clean up my friend list. Those who don't respond, you got 3 chances. If you read my message the first time, the second time, and the third time, and you don't respond, man, I am so unfriending, because what you're telling me is you're not social, and or you just don't want to talk to me, which for 2 cases, that's totally okay. I'm just going to unfriend you, because I don't want to be that guy who has 5,000 friends and 3,000 followers, but in reality, only 50 of them are engaging with me. So I'm constantly and continually removing inactive members or friends from my Facebook account. Plus, for an algorithmic reason, the more views to lower friend count makes you look good, and Facebook starts to promote you to non-friends, which gives you the visibility that you would want anyway. So that's for another class. So you just go from top to bottom to 30. I don't respond to anyone, even if they respond to me immediately, until I finish my 30 count. The reason that is, you could get deviated immediately and talk to that one person and burn 25 minutes that you had allocated for pre-qualifying individuals. And now I could have talked to 30 and I'm still talking to 1. So do not make that mistake. Just finish your 30, and then you can go back to the 5 that are communicating or having the dialogue with you. Now, when the person is going to respond, that's when rapport building starts to happen. The rapport building itself is the, hi, how are you? How you been? How the pandemic impacted you? How are gas prices? How's the economy? How this, yada, 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 yada. The reason you want to do that is because you are looking if there are any pain points that you genuinely, truthfully, honestly, remember, genuinely, truthfully, honestly, if you use what I'm telling you as a strategy or a technique, I can guarantee you major, massive, discombobulated failure, because we all can smell through the BS. Make sure that you are genuine, honest, and not just using it as a strategy or a technique, right? So genuinely look into, hey, how are things been for you? How's the family? Anybody impacted by what happened over the last 2 years? How are gas prices impacting you and your business? Hey, last time you've mentioned you wanted to go on a vacation. How did that work out? That rapport building is, I'm looking if I can truly add more value to the person's life. Now, the moment the person would mention something like, well, you know, I'm back to work, but my wife is in the middle of this like crazy scenario where she doesn't want to go back to work and not know what she wants to do. Dude, I can totally relate with that. As a matter of fact, I personally decided to start to work from my cell phone just because I was in that same crossroad. If you want, you can connect me with her, and I'd love to help her out and advise her on what I have done. See, just like that, I went from connecting, pre-qualifying, rapport building to actually prospecting. There are a few steps. The reason why most of us cannot build or attract or recruit or whatever you want to call it is for the simple fact that we say, hi, recruit, and then you're skipping those elements in between that are required and necessary. Now, whether you automate this process or you keep it organic, I prefer the organic reach. I prefer the real human interaction, while many people like to do funnels. Many people like to do automation systems. God bless you. Do what works for you. I'm sharing with you what works for me, because the real human, genuine interaction maintains retention for a very, very long time, versus somebody signing up through a link and a video. They will leave you and sign up with somebody else with a better link and a better video and a cheaper opportunity, right? So make sure that you just take in consideration the fact that there is a human element that impacts the long-term attrition or retention. Okay. So once we are creating that interaction, once we are connecting and we find out a pain point, that's when we say, hey, I can totally relate. As a matter of fact, I found myself in the same place, and here is what I decided on doing. I usually like to go making money from my cell phone, because right now, 2022, you have every opportunity. I mean, people who drive Uber, they make money with their cell phone and their car. People who are in Etsy, they're making money from their cell phone. People who are in network marketing, in home-based business, in traditional sales, everybody now is operating from their cell phone. So that's such a generic format to at least pique the interest of that person that I'm talking to without putting me in a box of a specific product, company, or service. Okay. So now, let me break down the numbers to you, why we're doing what we're doing, and then I'll come back why I say 2 hours instead of just 30 minutes of doing this. So the numbers go as such. Let's just say me, myself, and I, right? Me personally. If I do 30 new connections a day, Monday through Friday, that's 150 new connections, 150 people that I started a dialogue with, a conversation, right? Now, just for the record, do that 4 weeks in a row. That's 600 new connections that you interacted with. And it takes about 30 minutes to create those conversations every day. So you're not going 40 hours a week. 30 minutes a day, 150 a week. For 4 weeks, that's 600 individuals. So 600 individuals. Here's my question to you. I don't know how many people you have in your organization or downline, but when was the last time you had each individual in your organization connect with 600 people a month based on 30 minutes a day? Yeah, that's pretty exciting, right? You think you'll have some more people in webinars? You think you'll have some more people enrolling? I bet you will. But I like to put some reality check on these and set up the proper expectation. I like to exaggerate failure. And the reason I exaggerate failure is to make sure I manage the expectation or the mindset of that person who has never been in this space and will get one no, they quit. So 90% of those 600 individuals that you've connected with won't respond to you. They won't even engage. They won't answer. They will give you like the no thank you. They will give you the thumbs up and nothing else, whatever, just reactions that I'm not interested or even talking to you. Totally okay. I'm exaggerating it to 90%, right? That means you still have 60 people who are interacting and interested in some way, shape, or form to either learn more about you, about your business, about your opportunity, get on a webinar, video, whatever it may be. Again, I ask, when was the last time you had however many people in your business with 60 interested people to learn more? See, but I like to exaggerate the failure on that as well. Let's say out of those 60 individuals, 90% are not going to do business. I don't have money. My wife said no. My husband said I can't do it right now. I don't have time. I think this is a pyramid scheme, whatever they're telling you, right? You still have 6 new individuals in your business that month personally enrolled. So let me ask you again. Let's just say you have 10 people in your business right now, right? That means you will have 36 to about 60 new individuals in your business, if you follow what I'm sharing with you, with a 90% failure on the front end to getting prospecting done, and a 90% failure on the back end for those who have been prospected on in front of the or introduced and exposed. You still are going to be growing. Now, the magic is not about me getting 6 people in 1 month. I know people who can do 15 a month. See, the magic is about creating duplication. Now, those 6 individuals, let's teach them to do that on month 2. Now, 6 times 6, that's 36 people that just come in your business, immediate growth. Let's go into that again. Let's take those 36 and say 16 of them are going to quit. They're going to give up, whatever. Life happens. 20 times 6, that's 120. Let's say 20 more quit. 100 times 6, 600. You see how the exponential growth starts to happen month after month after month. And from a long-term growth and from retention and from having a duplicatable system, it's 30 minutes a day. That's what I tell every single person. But let me go back as to why I said 2 hours. See, I treat network marketing, again, assuming the right executive team, the right leaders, and of course, the right culture of the company. If they are all bought into this process, I treat it like a job. Hey, we're going to clock in from this time to this time, and you can do more than 2 hours. I'm just giving you the minimum. And everybody comes in together because We spend that first 30 minutes and you create real-time results, real excitement. And then the remainder of that hour and a half, here's what happens. You get people who would in the Zoom say, hey, Ali, somebody just asked, is this network marketing? How do I answer them? And then I will give them the proper answer. Hey, Ali, somebody said, is this going to cost me anything? How would I answer? And so on and so forth. So we got 90 minutes to literally, you know, that thing that we say, people say, oh, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. You want to live that concept, not just talk about, hey, call me when you need me for a 3-way call, or, you know, when you have a room full of 25 to 100 people, then I'll come and help you out. That's not what we promised from the very beginning. It was like, I'm going to walk with you all throughout the whole process. So that 2 hours creates a mastermind. It creates real-time wins. It creates real-time situations, real-time education, real-time wins. And if one person out of that 10 to 20 to however many people that are in that Zoom, that one person inspires and motivates the whole team. Now, the literal win, the big win, is when you get off that Zoom and you start getting messages from people saying, hey, I had another 15 minutes and I kept going. I got 20 more people that I'm talking to right now. That is when the process really starts living on its own. Now, here's a ninja bonus for you. If you want to hear a ninja bonus, you definitely want to drop ninja bonus in the comment, because this right here is the ultimate piece for really making it happen. And that is accountability. So either you can create a Telegram or a Facebook Messenger or a Facebook group, accountability group, where everybody reports at the end of the day. I did my 30, 5 people responded, 1 people has been invited to a webinar, 2 people are in the ATM group, and 1 person is very excited on a 3-way call as we speak. See, when you have that accountability, now everybody, and you make it a requirement. If you want to work with me, you have to report accountability every single day in the group, Monday through Friday. Before you go to bed, hey guys, I had a horrible day. I spoke to no one. Tomorrow will be a brand new day. Everybody's like, it's okay, it happens. Tomorrow, let's work together. Or you can empower your team, start becoming accountability partners to one another, and do the 30 minutes together every single day, and watch how your team just lights up in fire in production. See, production does not come from one person being really good at recruiting or really good at selling. It is a mastermind of individuals working together and increasing their activity. If you don't have activity, the results will never come. And again, you have to be the leader that your team wants you to be. And you have to say, hey, in the next 24 hours, we're going to work together for 2 hours, and here's what we're going to do, and implement what I just shared with you right now. Hold people accountable, share a vision, let them know, here's what could happen if you do this with me for the next 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. I know this works. I know for a fact it has worked over and over and over and over and over. I'm just giving you my secret sauce. And you may be wondering, why are you doing this? Well, because I live on abundance, because there are so many good things around that are coming onto me day and night, morning and afternoon. I don't have to be stingy or hoard my greatness. I'm here to give it to you all. But I only ask you, apply and pay it forward. Apply and pay it forward. And if in the case you have the recipe now, but you feel like you cannot execute it or cook the meal by yourself, well, you got Chef Boy Ali available to you. Just hit me up on a DM, comment, hey, Ali, I could use your help, and then we got your back. I appreciate you, and I thank you. And until next time, I look forward to hearing all of your great results. Peace out, everybody.